Greetings, my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to another video. Alright, my viewers and subscribers. So, I want to talk to you all about a couple of things. So, yesterday, we would have seen the West Indies Academy getting the better of the team Headley. And team Headley consisted of quite a few international players. People would have played cricket at the highest level. And, you know, I was doing some reading on social media and I see where a couple of people saying that how can this team let the academy beat them and this and that. But I am looking at it from a different perspective, a different point of view. I think this might be a blessing in disguise. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to take a look at the actual numbers. And I'm going to give you my opinion on a few things. Also going to talk about the former West Indies cricketer Dottin. She is set to play domestic cricket over there in England. So no longer playing at the international level. But, you know, she is still highly sought after, it would seem. So she's set to play some domestic cricket in England. So I'm going to talk about all of this. So just hit that subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed. And also make sure you leave a comment in the comment section so I can know what you're thinking about as it relates to the topics here. So, all right. First things first, let's take a look at that game that was concluded yesterday. No, not just to look at the actual numbers, because the game passed and gone already, and I know you all probably see the thing on Sports Max or whatever you call it. But there are a few things that I am going to talk about, because there are some some players that would have played at the international level and players that have been playing regional cricket for a while that were a part of this team that I want to talk about. So Team Headley, let me just give you the scores in the game once again. Team Headley 259 for 9 and 122 are all out. West Indies Academy 323 and 59 for 3. Right? The top people in the game there. So in the first innings for Team Headley, we would have seen Joshua De Silva getting that 136 and Hakeem Jordan getting 54. Right? Those were the guys that did most of the work. And you know, Lane, he picked up a 5-wicket haul in the first innings for West Indies Academy. And in the first innings at bat for West Indies Academy, we saw Kirk Mackenzie getting 50 and Anderson getting 153. Now, in terms of the bowling for Team Headley, the wickets were shared. We would have seen Justin Greaves, Marquino Minley, and Hakeem Jordan picking up a couple of wickets. You understand? I think Justin Greaves got 3 and the others picked up 2. So, just to remind you now, we're talking about Team Headley, people like Darren Bravo, Sunil Ambrose. He came in because of, I think it was Shane Mosey that got injured. Kieran Powell. We had Joshua De Silva, Justin Greaves, Hakeem Jordan, Anderson Phillip, Marquino Minley. So these are all guys that would have played cricket at the international level. Bravo, as we know, is a senior veteran in the thing, right? Some of the Joshua De Silva, the Marquino Minley, these guys, they have played at the international level already. So, you know, you would think that they would go out there and take care of business. Now, this is my point in terms of the West Indies Cricket Academy pulling things off. This is good because at least the selectors will probably, you know, keep a closer eye on some of these youngsters. I'm not going to say the selectors are under pressure to select a few of these so-called senior people because they probably had 1 and 2 good innings in the regional championship. I'm not going to say they're under pressure, but you know, this start a game here by the West Indies Academy is definitely a win that will put a couple of youngsters' names in the pot. You understand? I can almost guarantee you that, you know, the selectors probably were hoping for, well, I don't want to say they were hoping for a free ride or a easy selection. You understand? I mean, if you back your selection 100% based on the numbers, you shouldn't be worried about what people have to say. You understand? So you shouldn't be worrying that, you shouldn't be thinking that the so-called big name players should outperform the academy players so you can select them without a problem. I am happy for this sort of problem. You understand? When you see people like Anderson, Lane, these guys getting opportunity, Kirk McKenzie coming in, as much as how they didn't make a lot of runs in or take wickets in the 4-day championship, but to see them playing in the first game here, picking up 5-wicket haul, making centuries, making half centuries, that is the sort of things that we want to see. You understand? The seasoned veterans are the seasoned campaigners like the Bravo, the Powell, the Sunil Ambris, these guys that would have gotten their opportunity already. Not saying that they should not be given a chance, but they should not be given a pass based on their names. I always say things like this, and I hear that I don't know what I'm talking about, but these guys should not be given a pass based on their names. So that is one of the reasons that I'm extremely happy to see the youngsters getting the better of this team here. Having said that, it was Anderson's big century. Let me see. It was one of those guys that got the big century. I think it was Anderson that really put helped to put the total up there. So not a lot of the guys got runs, but at the end of the day, a team victory is a team victory. And you know, it's best to see some of these youngsters. Well, at least for me, I am happy to see these youngsters outperforming some of the seasoned campaigners. That is what I always say now. People always say, give the youngsters a chance, give the youngsters a chance. But I always say, make the youngster or tell the youngster to outperform the so-called old man or the so-called seasoned campaigner, and then they can get the spot. You understand? Not saying it's going to always go like that, because every now and again you might see a one talent that you need to pluck and sort of groom it. But, you know, if you think people are too old and they cannot perform, the best way to show that is to go out there and beat them. And you know, it's good to see the academy pulling together like that and getting that victory. So that is just my little way of looking at it. As I said, the game was, game finished from yesterday and I didn't even do a video on it. So I'm just taking it from this angle, saying that this might be a blessing in disguise. You see people talking about disgrace, people talking about shame, people talking about all sorts of things I see people posting on social media. But as I said, this might be a blessing in disguise. You know, it's really tough to see a team with Powell and Joshua De Silva, Bravo, Sunil Ambris, Marquino, Minley. You know, these guys that would have played international cricket. It's really tough to see them go down to an academy. But at the end of the day, some of these guys that are now in the academy, they were brilliant. They showed brilliance in under-19 cricket. And, you know, we want to see them start coming through now. So that is just my way of looking at it, my peeps. I could be wrong. You know, it could be where the selectors should just go for the so-called big-name players. But that is just that's just how I look at it, my peeps. So, you know, just to let you know that, you know, the academy won that game quite convincingly there by 7 wickets. So, you know, shout out to them. Finally, before I take my leave here, former West Indies player Dottin is set to play domestic cricket in England. So they say Barbadian and I am taking this one off a website here. This is not my own information. So it says Barbadian all-rounder Dottin has signed a deal that will see her return to England to represent Thunder cricket for the entirety of the 2023 domestic season. So this is not her going and playing 2 games, 3 games and then leaving. This is her playing the entire season. They say the former West Indies international arrived in Manchester this week and will be available for a selection for the Thunder's opening match of the series that they of the tournament that they are going to be playing. So, you know, it's good to see Dottin still getting the work in and still commanding prices around the globe. So I guess she's just gonna keep herself sharp until the next IPL, you know, women's IPL. Hopefully someone will pick her up. There was a little bit of controversy with her the other day, but you know, hopefully she will be able to get her thing up and running. So that is pretty much it for this one, my peeps. Gonna leave it right there for now. Big up on yourself.